Shalom, this is GMS 100 Sit Downs coming back with the lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there spreading His word in sincerity and in truth all over the four corners of the earth. Going real quick, concerning the angels, you got bug outs out there saying that you have angels that turn against the Most High. You have angels that fell, falling angels fell from the heavens. Their wings were taken and all this kind of crap, which is that's all nonsense, man. And then you have people, Christians mainly, saying that Satan is fighting against the Most High. Satan is not fighting against the Most High, man. Satan follows the orders of the Most High. And Satan is the head of all the angels on the left-hand side, meaning evil angels, evil spirits. Satan is the head of that. But guess what? The Most High is the head. The Most High is the head of all of them. The Most High Yahweh is the head of all of them. The Most High is the head of Satan. So guess what? He's automatically also the head of those angels. That's why the scripture also says this. Let me grab it real quick. In the book of Amos. This is Amos chapter 3 verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and Yahweh had not done it? You see? So shall there be evil in a city and Yahweh had not done it? But according to these Christians, if there is evil in a city or done in the city, Satan has done it. Demons have done it. Which that's true. But who gave the order? Yahweh gave the order for these demons to do the thing that he wanted to happen. The evil thing that he wanted to happen. The Most High can send an evil angel, to bring madness in the city, to bring a pestilence in the city, to bring famine in the city. The Most High can send whatever angel or spirit he wants or demon he wants, to do his will, man. So that's what it is. The Most High arranges these things. But he can set up Satan to do it for him. But then it's still the Most High that has done it, man. He's the head of everything. For example, let's say you work for T-Mobile. You go fix someone's internet cables. Boom, you go there, you fix the internet cables. Then someone asks the person that had those internet cables fixed. The person that lives in that house. Someone asks her or him, like, who fixed your cables then? Oh yeah, it was T-Mobile. T-Mobile is the head. They're not gonna say, yeah, it was Timmy James or Timmy Johnson that fixed the cables. No, they're not gonna say that. They're gonna say T-Mobile fixed it, because he comes in I say that he comes by the authority of T-Mobile. He goes there. By the will of T-Mobile, he goes there. The same thing with the demons and the angels and evil spirits. They go by the will of the Most High. They do what the Most High wants them to do. The same as if T-Mobile didn't send this technician to this house, he wouldn't have went. You know, he wouldn't have go there. So so this is Job chapter 2. Let me start at 3. This is Job chapter 2 verse 3. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared the Most High, and eschewed evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. Now if Satan wanted to destroy Job. Satan wanted to destroy Job, man. Satan wanted moved the Most High against him, man. Satan wanted to prove that you know, if things go wrong or if things go bad in Job, his life, that he would curse the Most High. He wanted to prove that to the Most High. The Most High was like, he will keep his integrity. You see him, he's an upright man. He will keep his integrity. And Satan was like, well, if I'm allowed to do this or that, then he's gonna curse you. And the Most High was like, okay, let's see. He's in your hand, but don't take his life. Now, if Satan was fighting against the Most High, then he would have taken his life. Then he would take his life. Then he would just put him to death. The Most High is like, don't do that, you know. But he's in your hand. For the rest of the things that you think is gonna turn him against me, let's see. He's in your hand. So the Most High allowed him to get jacked up by Satan, man. The Most High allowed that. So going back, the second Ezra chapter 8 verse 21. Whose throne is inestimable? Whose throne is inestimable? The throne of the Most High. The throne of the Most High is inestimable. Whose glory may not be comprehended, before whom the host of angels stand with trembling, man. What does that represent? Them standing with trembling. They have fear for Yahweh. They have fear for the Most High, man. They have fear for Yahweh. You know? They have fear for Yahweh. Just like the servants of the Most High have fear for Yahweh also. You know? Supposed to have fear for the Most High. The angels also have that. They do whatever He wants. They are in perfect order before Yahweh. Before the Most High. So if they stand with trembling before the Most High, how can people say then that they go against the Most High? They fight against the Most High. Man, they stand with trembling before the Most High, man. They stand with trembling. Even though they are powers too, they still stand with trembling, man. And this is a funny thing that you can find back in Dragon Ball Super, man. You have the Omni King, you know, which is a small little guy, but all the gods of destruction and all the gods, the angels and stuff like that, they tremble before him, man, because he only has to snap his fingers and you're gone, you know. So the angels come in perfect order before the Most High, man. They do whatever the Most High asks them to do. Present yourselves for me, and like in the time of Ahab, the Most High asked, who shall persuade him? The Most High asked, who shall persuade him? In the book of 2 Kings, if I'm correct, 1 Kings. This is 1 Kings. chapter 22, verse 19. And he said, Hear thou, therefore, the word of Yahweh. I saw Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him, and on his right hand and on his left. So there were angels on his right hand side and angels on his left hand side. And Yahweh said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. So the angels came perfectly in order before the Most High, man. The Most High asked them a question. Who's going to persuade Ahab? And they perfectly in line and in order gave answer to the Most High and gave their opinion on how they should persuade him. Verse 21. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So it says, let me read verse 22 again. And Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I go forth and will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So here you see that basically a spirit that will enhance the lying of the prophets is sent by the Most High to deceive the king Ahab through those prophets, those lying prophets. You see, so that the will of the Most High could be accomplished. You see? Verse 23. Now therefore, behold, Yahweh had put a lying spirit in the... So here, this is what I explained about the T-Mobile. The evil spirit gets sent, but eventually the Most High is being reverenced. So verse 23. Now therefore, behold, Yahweh had put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and Yahweh had spoken evil concerning thee. You see? So even though it's the evil spirit that was sent forth, still the name of Yahweh is above it all. Because eventually it's the Most High that did it. Eventually it's the Most High that pushed that will. You know, the same thing as in the time of Egypt, man. You know, the firstborn sons was being slain by the angel of death, which that angel of death is Yahweh Shai, according to Wisdom of Solomon. And the firstborn sons were being slaughtered of the Egyptians. That this was during the time of the Passover, the night of the Passover. That's why it says that during the Passover we are supposed to stay inside. We are supposed to stay indoors. You see? So back to Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 21. Whose throne is inestimable, whose glory may not be comprehended, before whom the hosts of angels stand with trembling. So the Most High sends them, lets them go to and fro, and tells them what to do. This is Sirach chapter 20, Sirach chapter 16, verse 26. The works of Yahweh are done in judgment from the beginning, and from the time he made them, he disposed the parts thereof. He garnished his works forever, and in his hand are the chief of them all. Let me read it again, verse 27. He garnished his works forever, and in his hand are the chief of them all, unto all generations. They neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their works. None of them hindereth another, and they shall never disobey his word. You see, so the Most High created the angels, and they are not going to hinder each other, neither disobey his work, his word, and they shall neither cease from work. Because angels don't sleep. Angels don't get tired. Angels don't have to eat. You see? That's the creation that the Most High made concerning the heavens. You know, therefore, that's why 1 Corinthians chapter 15 also speaks about, you know, the glory of the terrestrial is one, and the glory of the celestial is another. You know, each have their glory. Angels have infinite energy, but then, which is their glory. But then you have, is an example of their glory. They have power. You know, they can do a lot of things. But then the glory of the terrestrial is that we eat, we taste the food. You know, we have intimate relationships with females. You know, which angels don't have sex neither. You see, so each one has their glory. But the angels come in order before the Most High, man. They don't disobey His word. You see, that's what it is, man. So that nonsense about angels going against the Most High, that's nonsense, man. That's the biggest nonsense. It's a lie. It's not of the truth. You know, it's a false doctrine. Because all the angels tremble before the throne of the Most High and they do His will at all costs. You know, also the evil angels, because the evil angels, their head is Satan, and Satan obeys the word of the Most High, man. Like the scripture just said, they shall neither disobey His word. So with that, I'm going to say, Call Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash, Shalom to the elect.